Today I'm going to show you how you can get good at anything you want and how to get good at something really quickly. Okay, so how do you get good? So know that consistency creates mastery. Consistency creates mastery. But it's not about working hard. I know a lot of you are working hard, but you're probably still stuck. It's about working smart. So I'm going to share with you how do you actually work smarter and get results quicker. Learn quicker. Okay, learning is not just the books you read, it's what you take action on and what you can apply. So here's the thing. And this could be any part of your business, right? What part, I'm going to ask you a question. What part of your business are you struggling with? Are you struggling with reach outs? Are you struggling with people accepting you as friends? Clam? Are you stuck with doing a Facebook Live? Are you stuck with doing a presentation? Or are you getting certain objections over and over again? So whatever it is, right? I want you to tackle one thing at a time. So in network marketing, there's there's a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things, no matter what you do, even if you want to exercise a certain way, there's a lot of things, small little things. I want you to tackle one small part at a time. That's how you get good. See, and when you tackle it, right, you want to go deep in one thing. And not, most people make the mistake, they go broad. So they have a little knowledge of a lot of different things, but not really good at one thing. You know, you want to be so good, you can teach it without even looking at your notes. That's when you're good at it. And you do that by doing it again and again and again. And another thing is when you're, say you want to, I want to get good at posting on social media, right? So my post is not getting engagement. How do I get more engagement so my warm markets respect me more? By the way, I just got off a hot seat call of a coaching client. In less than a week and a half, her warm markets are coming to her now, asking her, hey, well, what are you doing? You must be very successful in your business because she's posting this content. See, daily content posting is really important, but maybe you're not getting results, you're not getting engagement. So that's the thing you're going to work on. So what I want you to do is just focus on getting good at that one thing. Don't worry about doing better presentations. Don't worry about doing better objections. Just focus on one thing. Go deep and spend 30 days at it, right? Don't learn anything else. Just learn on the one thing you need to focus on. Because when you learn a lot of different things, it just confuses you. And I've done this. I made this mistake. Where now we're at a point where if I want to improve on something, I listen to learn something, and I immediately stop everything else, and I make sure I apply that. Even if I'm listening to a podcast, I hear something, wow, that's really good. I'm not doing it. I'll just stop. I won't even listen to the rest of the show. I'll just go back and make sure I apply it before I go back. You know, I just recently did this. I grew our sales in 20%, just the one thing, right? But I listened to it, I think the old Simon with I'll learn, and then I'll be overwhelmed or I forget about that one thing. It's how quickly you apply. It's not how quickly you apply that's going to make you money, right? Not how much you quote unquote learn. You learn by doing. So focus on that one thing and doing that same thing over and over again. I see a lot of people like, hey, they finally had some traction on Facebook, but now like, oh, I want to do Instagram. But you haven't even created that momentum yet. You just having, like, it's getting a small fire going, but it hasn't become a big flame. You want to leave that fire and do something else. What's going to happen to the fire? It's going to die out. So don't let that happen to you, whatever you're working on, right? Because when you're doing something, someone asked me this question the other day, like they asked me these two social media platforms that I don't even really know much about. Well, I heard that they're really hot. Should I go do there? I said, well, you haven't even mastered Facebook yet. Master one thing at a time. And you're starting to get some a little bit results on Facebook. Focus on doing that one thing and get good at it before you jump something else, right? Because when you focus on the same thing over and over again, what happens is you discover small details that you get ideas and details that you never see, you never come across. So I'll give an example, like posting on Instagram. I've been using the same app for over a year, and over 1 year of doing it over and over again, I discovered, oh my goodness, I actually could make this way. It would be a lot easier, a lot better. But I didn't know that until I did it. By the way, I'm not the smartest. I actually learned that app from someone who was a 7-figure earner that I coach. She actually told me about it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. It's pretty cool. Because we're sharing, I was coaching her on something else, but I was asking what she was doing. She told me about this app, and I was like, oh, I started using it. 8 months later, I came up with a great idea, right? That's what happens when you go deep and not just say, a lot of people think, oh, I try an app, do a little bit, and then move on to another app, move on to something else. You never get good at one thing. Right? So you discover the small details. It could be your presentation. You're doing the same presentation over and over again. You realize, hey, if I make a small little change here, because during that 21-minute mark, people are starting to I can see the eyes on Zoom. They're wandering away. If they go to the bathroom, right? That's when you know, hey, that 21 minutes, I need to change that slide. I need to change that presentation. But you won't know that until you do that same presentation over and over and over again. So remember, consistency creates mastery. If you want to get good at something fast, you have to be focused, right? Ask yourself, what's the one thing you need to get good at? Okay, make that decision, find out what that is, and then just stop learning from everything else. Just focus on that one thing for the next 30 days, and you get really, really, really good at it. And then you can move on to the next thing, and you tackle one small thing at a time, and within like 6 months, a year, you'll be 200% way beyond where you are today, right? Because learning is actually by the doing. The learning, the books, that's actually learning, but you really haven't mastered yet until you can teach it to then you can teach it to your teams. Teach it without looking at notes. Right? So do that, stay focused, go deep, and that's how you get good at something fast. And consistency creates mastery.